Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the
Global, digital,
Success.
success. Talk.
Dog!
Um, Happy and blessed Monday to everyone, and happy and blessed Tuesday for those who are on Tuesday. So let's find out what is our topic for today.
Welcome to our Global Digital Success Talks. Our topic for today is why more people are choosing growth over comfort in today's changing world.
Yes, thank you, Isabel. So that's what we're going to be talking today. But before we dive into our topic, let us introduce ourselves. So, hi, everyone. My name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently reside in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Mabuhay to everyone. Happy Monday. Wow. This is Connie. I'm originally from the Philippines and I'm residing here in Langley, British Columbia. I'm a wife, a stepmom, a grandma, a great grandma, and a digital business owner. Thank you.
Hello. Hi, everyone. My name is Yesenia, but everyone knows me as Jessie. I'm a nurse by profession. I live here in Ontario, Canada, but I'm original from Cuba. Also a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Sylvia, it's your turn. Go ahead, Sylvia.
Hi, everyone. Hi. My name is Sylvia. I'm originally from Zambia, from Africa, and now living in Canada for almost 5 years, and been in the hospitality for 25 years. I'm a grandma, a mom, and a proud digital owner.
Hola. Hello. My name is Isabel. I am originally from Mexico, now residing in North Carolina. I am a wife, a mother, a grandmother, a former educational assistant, and now a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hello everyone, my name is Daxi. I'm proud Ilongga from Iloilo, Philippines. I am a wife, a mother of four, and a former RN in both Philippines and Jeddah, KSA, where I worked 12 years before. I am now live in British Columbia, Canada for 18 years, and I'm proud to be a business owner and a mentor.
Thank you, everyone, and let's dive in into our topic for today. Jessie?
Okay, so for Global Digital Success Talk, our topic is why more people are choosing growth over comfort in today's changing world.
Thank you, Jessie. So that's what we're going to be talking today. So, welcome back to another episode of the Global Digital Success Talk. So, today's conversation is about a choice that every person faces at different moments in life, and that is the choice between comfort and growth. Comfort feels familiar, comfort feels predictable, and comfort also feels safe. But growth often asks us to do something different. That is, to learn, to adapt, to stretch yourself, and to become willing beginners again. So today we'll discuss 6 reasons why more people around the world are choosing growth over comfort in today's changing world. And for that, we're going to be talking about the following points.
Okay, so our points are growth help us adapt to change, growth expands opportunity, growth build confidence, growth encourage innovation and creativity. Number five, growth help us discover hidden potential, and our last points can be growth create momentum for the future. So stay with us.
Thank you, Jessie. So that's what we're going to be talking. And let's dive into our first point.
So the first one is growth help us adapt to change. The first thing I had to maybe ask something. What if the changes you're facing today are actually preparing you for opportunities tomorrow? That question remind me of my own journey. When my husband suffered a stroke, my life changed completely. I became a full-time caregiver, and for many years, my priorities shifted. Later in my early 50s, I was introduced to the online world, and I had to learn skills I never imagined I would need. At first, it felt uncomfortable, but I discovered that growth and adaptability go hand in hand. The more willing we are to learn, the more confident we become in navigating change. That's one reason I value being part of a supportive community. When you're surrounded by people who are learning, adapting, and growing, it reminds you that you're not alone in the process. So, my message is change is inevitable, but growth is a choice. When we stay open to learning and adapting, we become better prepared for whatever opportunities and challenges life brings our way. Thank you.
Thank you, Connie. So yeah, so Connie just talked about growth, help us adapt to change. And just like Connie mentioned, um, we are able to grow, by adapting to change, by developing our mindset, our skills, and resilience that will help us, to navigate the new challenges, opportunities, and with great confidence. So that's what growth, help us do. So like just like we heard the story of Connie. All right, so let's move on to the second point.
So the second point is growth, expand opportunity. New skill create new possibility. Learning often reveals opportunity that we couldn't previously see. Personal growth expand our perspective. Opportunities frequently appear after we grow, not before. So many opportunities become visible only after we begin growing. So growth often open doors that comfort keep closed. And that's so true because one of the biggest reasons more people are choosing, grow over comfort is because growth create that opportunity. Think about this. When we stay comfortable, life usually stay the same. We continue the same routine, we see the same results, we see the same limitations. But when we choose to grow, everything start to expand. We start having like that new skills, and that give you the new opportunity. We see new possibilities, new experience. We see other people's ideas, other paths that we never thought that will be happening. So the truth is more important. Most opportunity don't appear before we grow, so they appear because we are growing. So we have to have that. No, so if you're facing a decision today, don't ask yourself if this is comfortable. Instead, ask yourself, will this help me grow? And that's how you can expand your opportunities and you can change your future.
Thank you, Jesse. So yes, Jesse just talked about growth, expand opportunities. So, uh, you know, you expand the opportunities through growth because every new skill, every perspective, and every experience that you do and you have in life, will help you see the possibilities and open those doors that before we didn't notice, and now we're able to see. So that's what growth help you to expand. And Jesse also added to comfort keeps you where you are, and growth takes you where you want to be. There you go. So let's move on to the next point.
Hello, everyone. So, my topic for today is growth builds confidence. Today, I want to talk about the growth build confidence. One thing I learned throughout my journey is that confidence does not come from staying comfortable. Confidence grows when we are willing to try new things, learn new skills, and face challenges that once seemed impossible. As a healthcare worker, wife, mom of four, and business owner, there were many times when I felt uncertain. When I moved to Canada, I had to adapt new environment and rebuild my career. When I started learning about online business, I was not tech savvy and I had many doubts. But I discovered that confidence does not come before action, it comes before of action. Every challenge we overcome teaches us something. Every lesson we learn strengthens our belief in ourselves. The things that one felt difficult eventually become easier, and because we gain experience and grow through the process. Research shows that confidence develops through practice and repeated experiences, not by waiting until we feel ready. The more we learn, grow, step outside our comfort zone, the more confident we become. So, guys, this is my takeaway. Growth transfer uncertainty into confidence. The things you think you can't do today may become the very things that help you grow tomorrow. So, keep learning, keep trying, and keep believing in yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Daxi. So yeah, so Daxi just talk about growth build confidence. And why is that? Well, because every challenge we overcome and every new skill we learn prove us that we are capable of more than we once believed, just like Daxi mentioned. Okay, so let's move on to the next point. Sylvia.
Oh, it's me. Okay. Hi, everybody. Our next point is growth encourages innovation and creativity. When we choose growth, we become more curious about life. Instead of accepting as they are, we begin asking questions, exploring new ideas, and looking for better ways to do things. Growth minded people don't see challenges as roadblocks, they see them as opportunities to learn and improve. They're willing to step outside of their comfort zone and try something different, and sometimes even make mistakes along the way. I can relate to this personally. Moving to Canada in my life, in my later life, and starting something completely new wasn't something I ever imagined doing. There were many things I didn't know, and sometimes it felt uncomfortable. But staying curious and being willing to learn, and I discovered opportunities and skills I never knew I had. Innovation often begins with a simple question: what if there's a better way? When we remain open minded and willing to grow, new ideas start to appear. We become more creative, more adaptable, and more confident in finding a solution. The reflection today says new ideas are often discovered outside of our comfort zone. I believe that's very true. Growth happens when we're willing to take the first next step into the unknown. So, my takeaway is to stay curious, keep learning, and don't be afraid to try something new. You never know what's possible, and just and waiting for you just around the corner. So growth doesn't just change what we have or what we know, it changes what we believe is possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Sylvia. So Sylvia just talked about growth, encourage innovation and creativity. And that help us, keeping us curious. It help us, to be open to new ideas, and also, like Sylvia mentioned, willing to explore possibilities beyond our comfort zone. So that's how growth encourage innovation and creativity. So now let's move on to the next point. So growth discover help us discover hidden potential. Many people underestimate that they are capable of, what, because they never given themselves the opportunity to find out. Sometimes, many times we are afraid to try. But once we try, we realize that we're capable. So it's often when we face a new challenge or when we learn a new skill or when we step outside our comfort zone that we discover strengths that we didn't have. So we realized like, oh my God, I'm able to do this, and I thought that I couldn't do it. So that's the power of growth that helps you to discover the hidden potential that you had, but you thought that you couldn't do. So I've learned that growth has a way of revealing abilities that stay hidden when we remain in familiar territory, so in the comfort zone. So, confidence, resilience, leadership, and adaptability, many of these qualities are developed through experience and not before it. So, you have to take action, you have to step out of that comfort zone. And then through that is that you start building those. So, you may be capable of far more than you currently realize. So, we really overestimate ourselves, thinking that we cannot do, but we can. But you only discover that you only will be able to discover that by willing to grow, being willing to grow. So let me just give me a sec. Okay, uh, just give me a sec, guys. Okay, so the message for you guys for this point is growth reveals the strengths that comfort opens often keeps hidden. So sometimes the person you're becoming is waiting on the other side of the challenges you're facing today. So it's just a matter of just crossing that line and getting out of our comfort zone, and then just take action. And by taking those action, we're going to start building those confidence, those resilience, and those leadership and adaptability skills that will help us to be able to grow and to be able to have that confidence. Okay, so let's move on to the next one.
Okay, so growth creates momentum for the future. And one of the most encouraging things I've learned is that growth has a compounding effect. It may not feel like much at the beginning, but every lesson you learn, every skill you develop, and every challenge you overcome creates momentum for the future. As an immigrant, a mother, and someone who spent over 20 years in the corporate world, there were many seasons when I couldn't see the bigger picture. I was simply taking one step at a time, learning, growing, improving. At the same time, those small efforts didn't seem significant. But looking back, I can see how each step prepared me for the next opportunity. Every book I read, every training I attended, every skill I learned added value to my life. And over time, those small improvements created results I never could have imagined when I first started. That's why I believe growth is one of the best investments we can make, because the future we experience tomorrow is often shaped by the person we are becoming today. The choices we make today influence opportunities we experience tomorrow. And growth compounds over time. Small improvements made consistently can create extraordinary results in the future. So I want to leave you with this today. The person you become is often the result of the small choices you make when no one is watching you. Thank you.
Thank you, Isabel. So yeah, so Isabel just talked about growth creates the momentum for the future. So it's just a matter of being open to learn, and then as you open yourself to learn, then you're gonna realize that you're gonna be acquires those skills, and you're gonna be able to create that momentum that will help you to build that the future that you want to build. All right, so let's find out what is our key takeaway. Actually, sorry, before we go into that, we do have a comment from Isabel. So you may not see the results of today's growth immediately, but every step forward is building momentum for the future you are creating. Okay, um, so we can go to the takeaway. Oh, you're muted, sis.
All right. Our takeaway for today, one thing we'll learn throughout history is that growth often begins with people become willing to move beyond what is comfortable. Comfort isn't necessarily bad. We all need moments of stability and rest. But if we remain comfortable forever, we may never discover our full potential. Growth challenges us. Growth stretches us. Growth teaches us. And growth often creates opportunities that would not have existed otherwise. The world continues to change. And those who continue learning, growing, often position themselves to the thrive in that change. Back to you, Sandy.
Thank you, Connie. So yeah, so Connie just talked about the key takeaways. So that was our key takeaway for this topic. And now let's find out what is the reflective question for the audience today.
Okay, as you reflect on today's conversation, ask yourself, what is one area of your life where growth may be inviting you to take the next step? Sometimes one small step can create a completely different future.
Thank you, Isabel. So yeah, so that's our reflective question for you. So we have arrived to the end of our lives. So we hope so that you learned today why more people are choosing growth over comfort. And if you're not one of those who are thinking about that, well, now you have a better understanding why those people, are choosing growth over comfort today in today's changed world. All right, so let's find out what is our topic for next Monday.
So our next topic Mondays is why curiosity may be one of the most valuable skills in today's world.
Thank you, Taxi. Yeah, so that's our topic for next Monday. So it's a conversation about learning, innovation, adaptability, and how curiosity can help us continue growing in a rapidly changing environment. So we have arrived to the end of our lives. We want to say thank you to everyone that has watched the live with us today. For those catching the replay, thank you so much. And to our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. So we want to wish everyone a happy and blessed Monday for those on Monday, and a happy and blessed Tuesday for those who are on Tuesday, and a happy and blessed week ahead for everyone. So thank you again for being here with us today, and we'll see you again on our next episode of the
Global
Digital Global
digital
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 success.
Success.
Ah,
Thank
Bye.
you, everyone.
bye.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Have an amazing week ahead.